What's crackin', movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It's your boy C-Dub, and today we got in the stipulation match. We got Mark Yodi Reilly taking on Jeff Sneider. If Jeff Sneider wins this, Roxy Striar will be able to attend the team championship match between the Odd Couple and the Shire Wolves. But if Mark Reilly wins this, Roxy will be not allowed to attend her team's match. Personally, I don't think the Odd Couple, I don't got them beating the Shire Wolves either way. But I got Mark Reilly taking this match today. He's the former two-time champ. So I got him winning this. But let's get it started.
Betrayed me, I get to choose the stipulations for the next match. So you know what? Andrew Guy throwing down the hammer has challenged Ben Bateman to a May showdown in Houston. Booker T's Wrestling Arena will house Guy versus Bateman May 18th. Guy versus Bateman in a stipulation match. Guy said if Bateman happens to beat him, he can choose his next singles opponent. If Bateman loses, Bateman will not be able to compete in this year's Ultimate Schmoedown singles tournament. That is a hefty price to pay.
And on May 18th, you're done. Your season is done. Your career is done.
There's no way I'm going to get nervous on that stage. I was born to compete. I was born to perform.
What's up, Schmoedown? This is Booker T, 6-time world champion, 2-time WWE Hall of Famer, and yes, the Schmoedown has been killing it. And when I say killing it, I mean killing it. And yes, they're headed to Houston for the biggest show the Schmoedown has ever seen. I'm talking about the biggest show in Schmoedown history, going down at Booker T World Champ Arena May 18th, guys. You don't want to miss out. You don't want to get shut up on one of the hottest rivalries. I'm talking about Andrew Guy versus Ben Bateman. You asked the champ, Booker T, who you going with, champ? And I say, hey, man, you got to refer back to the Hall of Fame. You got to refer back to me and my brother and how much we meant to each other, man. You don't stab your brother in his back. So me, I got to go with Andrew Guy to beat Ben Bateman like he stole something, man. I'm talking about brother like he stole something. It's going down. Booker T World Gym Arena, May 18th. Go Schmoedown and get those tickets. Meet and greet with myself. The lovely queen will be there as well. Now can you dig that? Sucker.
I'm not good at much, but I am seated next to a brilliant author, the man who wrote Why We Love Star Wars, Mr. Ken Knapsack is here today. Look at this guy.
Thank you, Mark. I'm so happy to be with you here at the end of all things, and this match, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of drama coming into this match.
Yeah, I mean, God forbid, we just have a nice singles match between two top competitors, but no, we have to have drama, we have to have stipulations, and a lot of this is stemming from, shall we say, the incident that was at the end of the live event in Chicago. We had 1,000 screaming fans, two great matches, and then we had domestic issues.
Yeah, we had Roxy Striar, Ben Bateman, the incident people are calling the slap, not to be confused with the clap that ruined my high school prom. This is something different, something bigger, and it has sent shockwaves through the movie trivia Schmoedown.
You just sent shockwaves through the audience here wondering about your dance in high school history. If we're focusing on the slap, basically what we have today is Roxy Striar, who manages the team known as the Odd Couple. She comes up to Ben Bateman, who the Odd Couple just defeated Ben Bateman and Mark Yodi Reilly. They are Who's the Boss Mona. So Roxy comes up, she slaps Ben, and now we have, rightfully so, she is suspended. So she will not be appearing in today's match. She is not present. However, she might be present when the Odd Couple takes their chances to the possible victory of a team championship up, because they're going up against the Shire Wolves. So here's what we have today. If Sneider beats Mark Yodi Reilly, then Roxy will be managing the Odd Couple when they face the Shire Wolves for the title. If Mark Reilly wins, then Roxy remains suspended and will not be on hand. Ken, the blood between these two is boiling deep, and it doesn't just go to managers. I mean, these two hosted Meet the Movie Press together back in the early 30s when RKO Pictures was still on top.
Yeah, I used to love watching that show. It was just Reilly and Sneider smoking cigars in those little press hats, those fedoras, just talking about who's got Go Picture. The stipulations are interesting. You know, back in the day at wrestling, they used to lock, like Jim Cornette up in a cage above the ring. Maybe something like that. Maybe not, fighting over the manager. No, it's just, we're going to go with, got it. Okay, we're going with this direct one here. If Reilly wins, Roxy is out. Okay, I like it.
There you go. Now let's take a look at what the competitors had to say before today's match.
Doesn't matter who it is, we're going to answer the call. Sneider here, fresh off a gigantic win in Chicago against Ben Bateman and my dear old friend, Mark Yodi Reilly.
Listen, Jeff Sneider, this is a long time coming, and I have a little cleaning up to do after our match in Chicago. I'm very interested in taking on Sneider when there's no Andrejko to carry him.
Now, we couldn't have done it without the support of our manager, Roxy Strider.
Roxy did was uncalled for. Listen, Roxy did something pretty despicable in Chicago. Pretty? I'd remove the word pretty out of it. Straight up despicable. Straight up despicable.
You would have hit him too, and trust me, way sooner.
And this stipulation match here, I'm playing this match right now so that Roxy can come nowhere near that Odd Couple when they take on the Shire Wolves. Because if she's out of the building, which she will be, the Shire Wolves are just going to roll over them. Oh yeah, no shot.
Roxy Strider is probably the greatest manager in this game right now. So it would be a huge loss, okay, if I couldn't bring her to the team championship against the Shire Wolves. We are going to need her in our corner, and today I'm going to make sure that she is put there.
Yeah, this team is like, they think they're heels, but they run around like kind of goofball weasels. Goofball weasels. They're chasing darkness and they're heading for irrelevance.
Bateman and Reilly, they kind of proved in Chicago why they are not one of the elite teams in this league. Okay, Andrejko and I put them in their place, and they're not going to get another title shot for a long time.
You know, all around Mulberry Bush, the monkey chases the weasel. Sneider is a complete weasel. He's terrible in singles matches. He gets carried by Andrejko, whatever he does. I'll be surprised if you have to answer your 5-pointer today, to be honest with you. Looking forward to this.
Today is all about picking myself up off the mat and proving to the fans of this league that I am not just a team's champion, a team's contender. I'm here to get that singles belt. I want them both. I want all the belts, same as everybody else in this league. Reilly's standing in my way. He's just another obstacle. I'm going straight through him.
There you go. Ken, neither one of these two waiting for confidence to strike them. They both seem very cocky going into the ring, and maybe we get some surprises when we get to the introductions. How do you see this match playing out?
Look, Jeff Sneider is a competitor that sometimes people love to hate, but that hate should contain some respect for what he's done. He has been a premier competitor in the movie trivia Schmoedown, and what can you say about Mark Yodi Reilly? He is one of the founding fathers of this league. I always like the phrase "titan of the game" because he is one of the ones that set the bar very early. Out there, if you're 12 years old watching on YouTube, first of all, maybe don't. Do your homework first. Come back and watch us later. You look at someone like Mark Yodi Reilly and you go, this is a hero. This is someone I want to aspire to be, and I can't really pick right now.
Will it be Mark Reilly? Will Roxy come back to manage? Will Jeff Sneider finally get that roommate he's been looking for over a year? We're going to answer at least a few of those questions here today. Let's go to the tail of the tape. When you look at a Mark Yodi Reilly, he is the favorite in today's match with good reason, Ken. He is a former champion. He comes in 10-5. He's got 3 knockouts to his credit, and he is very well versed in categories like scores and soundtracks, and that bleeds into some of his more inner geekdom style knowledge when it comes to Star Wars and comic book movies. Jeff Sneider, he prefers the crime movies. He's a big thriller fan, and when you go from thriller into horror, that goes right back into Mark Reilly's strong suit. So it's going to be very interesting to watch how round 2, the wheel round, plays out.
Very evenly matched competitors. Yeah, Reilly, let's be honest, he's a geek, and he knows all that kind of stuff. Sneider studies the crime movies in hope that he can use them as an alibi one day himself. So, I think we're about ready.
I am ready as well, and that's time to say this. It's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown! Lusty crowd here today. Ken, you will be handling the announcements, and I await with bated breath your golden voice.
Absolutely. Introducing first, with a career record of 7 wins, 5 defeats, and 2 KOs, he is a former co-holder of the movie Trivia Schmoedown Team Championship of the World, representing the Odd Couple. He is the Insider, Jeff Sneider!
Best thing about Jeff, no, if anything, I think the dog would be feeding Sneider to the pig.
Yeah, in the screenwriting world, we call it that save the cat moment where Jeff's trying to make people have sympathy and empathy for him. I don't know if it's working, but
it's working with me. Look at that adorable pup.
Look at that. Look at haunches there. Yeah, okay.
He's got heart sunglasses. Maybe this is a new Jeff Sneider.
And his opponent, with a career record of 10 wins and 4 defeats and 3 KOs, he is a former movie Trivia Schmoedown Champion of the World, representing Who's the Boss? Mark Yodi Reilly! We see he brought a dog! We see he brought a dog! That's his new dog, Maya!
Oh, wow. Reilly bringing the new sweet pup, Ben Bateman walking his Who's the Boss partner out, and it is going to be dog, and the dogs seem to be getting along quite well. Ken, will the humans do the same? Will they follow suit?
This is key. Look at that. Can we have the dogs? Hope the dogs don't fight. That's illegal in most states still. So
adorable pups.
Let the dogs out,
Who
Reilly.
let the dogs out indeed?
All right, so white guys referencing Baja Men. What a match we have here today. Mark Reilly, Jeff Sneider, you guys are, you have your dogs tended to, and now we're ready to do some movie trivia, although I would just rather hang out with those dogs for a while. Here's the rules. In round number 1, it's going to be 8 questions from 8 different corners of the movie Trivia Schmoedown Galaxy. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number 1. As soon as we ask the question to the field, please write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard in front of you. You have about 15 seconds to do so. When we ask you by name, please reveal what you wrote to your camera. At the same time, you verbalize your answer into the microphone. Usually, you're not allowed to consult with anyone else, but you may both rely on the knowledge of your various dogs to help you with each and every question in round number 1. Ken, each competitor has 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match, so you need to buy yourself some time. You didn't hear a question correctly, use the JTE rule, and you also each have 1 challenge to be used at any time throughout the 3 rounds. Mark Yodi Reilly.
Yes.
Pleasure as always to see you.
Pleasure to see you.
I enjoy evenings spent at your house.
I
Drinking
enjoy it as
wine,
well. Thank
enjoying
you.
song late into the night.
That's what we do.
Are you ready to compete?
I am ready.
All
Mark
right.
Ellis.
Jeff Sneider, never been invited to your apartment. Not sure if you live somewhere.
I don't think you want to go there, right?
Are you ready to compete today?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
That's good enough for me. Then let's get ready to Schmoedown. Administering your first question. question in the category of action adventure will be my counterpart, the guy who wrote Why We Love Star Wars, Ken George Knapsack.
No, sir. Allen, as in Mel Allen, former New York Yankees announcer. All right, I'm pretty sure this dog just peed on my Converse. Here we go. In the category of action adventure,
nervous puppy.
First question: Who directed 2005's The Island? Or is it The Island? I'm not.
I think when you're talking about
My
I
voice
think
goes
it's
from,
The.
The?
What do you say?
Michael Bay.
I say the Empire Strikes Back.
5, 4.
I've never said The
3,
Empire Strikes Back.
2, 1. Pen's already down. Looking for answers. Start with Mark Reilly.
Michael Bay.
That's correct.
Michael Bay.
There we go. Who would have thought Michael Bay will get you anything?
Both competitors on the board here early. Your next category, famous actors and actresses. Every answer in this category has an agent. Your question is, name the 2 lead actors in The Mirror Has Two Faces.
Yeah.
That's a little early tester.
Well, it's going to test.
Yeah.
Test
Not exactly an
you get it.
Avengers movie we're talking about.
No.
Go to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Mr. Sneider.
I don't know if I have it.
He is
Barbara Streisand and Mel Gibson?
you got
close.
1 out of 2. Not gonna count it. Mark Reilly.
Barbara Streisand and Nick Nolte.
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges
and Barbara
and Babs.
Streisand.
Oh, man. I
was
thought
it?
it was Nick Nolte.
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
And Jeff Bridges.
Jeff
Riley, I
Bridges. And they both
Yeah.
had Babs. Ken, neither one could
Yeah.
hold the male counterpart.
All right. Question 3. Question 3 comes in the category of
What was that movie?
dramas. What is the name of Kate Winslet's character in Titanic?
You're each gonna have 2 seconds to write down your answer.
Do you remember when
Rose.
Celine Dion used to pound her chest when she was singing that song at the
Yeah, kind of like a King
seminal-
Kong situation.
seminal moment in pop
Go
culture
to
history?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Mark Reilly, did you have it?
Rose.
Yes, you did. And Jeff Sneider?
I honestly thought Riley, of all people, was going to pronounce it Rosé.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I like wine. I don't
That's a-
drink that shit.
Okay.
That's a
Nice.
reference to his
Sorry, Sam.
his drinking problem. Okay.
Smelled liquor on both the competitors' breath prior to show. Your next question comes from one of animated movies. These are films that are drawn by hand or on a computer. Your question, which main character from a 1990s Disney animated film repeatedly says the line, "Do you trust me?" over the course of the film? If you got asked that many times, Ken, the answer
Aladdin.
is no.
Probably not. Probably
No,
not.
resounding, I do not trust you. 5, 4, 3,
Haunting.
2,
Repeat the question.
Oh, we got one JT rule.
we can do that. Which main character from a 1990s Disney animated film repeatedly says the line, "Do you trust me?" over the course of the film?
Riley's pretty confident doing a little shoulder dance.
You know who said "Do you trust me" once in a movie? Van Damme's character in Hard Target, Chance Boudreaux. Go to 5,
definitely not it.
4, 3. It's the rattlesnake scene. 2, 1. Pens down. Jeff, we're going to you first.
Buzz Lightyear?
That is incorrect. Does Reilly have it for the lead?
Yes, I do. Aladdin.
He got it. Pretty confident.
All right, question 5. Question 5 comes in the category of fantasy/sci-fi. Fantasy sci-fi. In Starship Troopers, what slang term do Earth soldiers use to refer to alien creatures, the ones they're sent to fight?
What did they call this movie when it came out? They said it was Star Wars with boobs.
Well, apparently they didn't see Jabba the Hutt.
The bugs?
Go to 5,
4, 3, 2,
1.
That was adorable.
Mark Reilly, what do you got?
Is it Bugs?
It is, in
That's
fact,
correct.
bugs. Snyder, you got it? Stay within 1 point.
Bugs.
He got it. Both using the B word.
Son of a bitch.
4 to 3. Still in the favor of Yodi. Your next question in the world of comedies. Do it with me, audience. I love these people. Some of you trying too hard, some of you not trying hard enough. We'll meet in the middle. Your question in the world of comedies. Queen Latifah and Steve Martin star in what 2003 film?
True story. Casper Van Dien was the one who made me try gator in New Orleans.
Oh, like actual alligator?
Yeah,
And how was it?
spectacular, and he's a
Bringing down the house.
2. He is a very nice guy. 1. Pens down. We go to Jeff Sneider.
I think this is the title of what I do every time I enter the ring. Bring down the house.
We're not sure about the ring part, but yes, that's correct. Mark Reilly?
Bringing down the house.
Yes, it is.
All right, there we go.
Big Latifah /
I like those
Martin
glasses.
fans.
All right, question 7 comes in the category of horror/thriller. Horror/thriller. Which actor plays a veteran detective named Somerset in Seven?
Somebody spilled a Heineken
Yeah.
in the studio.
It was probably our interns waiting to pour it down your gullet.
Might have been one of the dogs.
Morgan
Might
Freeman.
have been one of the dogs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Mark Reilly.
Morgan Freeman.
Yes, it is. Jeff Sneider.
Morgan Freeman.
Both of them get
That's
it correct.
That's correct. No perfect round here, but
I'm like,
this is
come
gonna
on.
be a good one.
You got a
That's
poster
right.
on your wall.
Your last category in round number 1 is a Patreon question. The following question comes to us from Jake Hammer. Jake Hammer. One of the best patrons of all time. Jake Hammer, thank you for your support. If you want to have your name mentioned on a future episode of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, check out our Patreon to select which tier is right for you. Jake wanted to have this question in the category of crime movies. These are crime movies. A crime occurs. What film does Denzel Washington star as Detective John Hobbs, investigating what appears to be a series of copycat murders after the original killer is put to death? Just reading that makes me want to watch this film.
That's a great question.
Denzel?
Good job, Patreon.
Jake crushed
supporter
it.
Jake Hammer. Jake Hammer sounds like he's solving crimes in
4,
1986.
3,
The Bone
2,
Collector?
1. The Hammer always gets his man. Pens down, Jeff Sneider.
The answer's fallen.
That's correct, sir.
Does Mark Reilly have it?
No, I don't have it. I have the equalizer.
We are tied up at 6. A late
Yeah.
tie. A late tie.
Tied at 6, so Riley enjoying a slight lead for most of the round. Now it ends up 6-6. A very well played round number 1. Ken, the spotlight's not getting to them. None of this behind the scenes drama with Roxy Stryer has seemed to affect either competitor.
No, they're both here to compete. They're both professionals sometimes, and this is a very even match. It's what we expected. When I go to the Gold Coast Casino in Las Vegas and put down odds on the Schmoedown, this is one of the tough ones to bet on. It's also illegal to bet on the Schmoedown, so maybe we can edit that part out.
All right, so Ken, gambling addiction and may have gotten the clap in high school. We move on to round number 2. This is the wheel round, the wheel of doom, fate, and justice. You're going to see 12 different wedges on that wheel. You have opponents and spinner's choice. Then you have 10 movie categories. Once you settle on your category, you're going to hear 4 questions. Each competitor gets 4 questions. Each question is worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. However, there is stealing available in round number 2. If a competitor misses a question, your opponent may answer it for points, but no prizes. If you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1 point. So we find ourselves in a tie between Sneider representing the odd couple and Riley representing who's the boss. Riley, you are the favorite in today's match. You're the better ranking as far as singles go. So do you want to spin? Do you want to defer to your opponent?
I'm going to defer.
All right.
For Jeff Sneider.
Pointing at Jeff Sneider, the heart-shaped sunglasses is going to get up here to spin from the wheel of the pegs.
We should point out that the wheel for today's match is sponsored by our Schmoedown patron, Reefton, on patreon.com/Schmoedown.
Sponsoring the entire wheel. Thank you,
That's
Reefton.
right.
His wedges are Oscar movies and spy movies. Reefton wanted Oscar movies and spy movies.
I think we'll accept that spin. It was an awkward, outside-the-box spin.
I've never seen a spin like that
Yeah.
before, Ken. I don't care
Oh,
if you
it
want
might
to
have.
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood.
Will this make Jeff Snyder's day?
That's a good.
That's
a
from
good
a
one.
Clint Eastwood
That's a
film.
good one.
And he's spinning it again.
He's going again. He's walking away.
Spinning it again.
Did not want to touch Eastwood.
Walking away. This will be whatever
All right,
category
he's
he has to
looking at
accept.
the
Ken,
camera.
we're going towards a bonus choice. So now Tom Dagnino, manager of Riley, kind of giving Riley some pointers on maybe which way to go.
Yeah, I
Ken,
mean,
this does put some pressure on Riley.
There's some
to
tough categories.
Dick Snyder,
But he
the
might have.
category doesn't work.
He might have just tipped his own hand by going away from Eastwood. I don't know. Tom's whispering in his ears.
Okay, manager
Please.
must. What's that?
Comic book movies for
Comic
Mr.
book
Snyder,
movies
please.
for Mr. Snyder. Comic book movies. It's going to be his choice.
All right, so comic book movies, maybe a bigger strength for Riley than for Snyder. But Jeff,
Smart.
you get first crack at these questions. You're first of 4 in this round. What are comic book movies? In Black Panther, what is the name of Wakanda's all-female special forces led by Okoye?
Hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. The Dora Milaje.
We can accept that Dora Milaje. Throw an E on the end of that, but good enough. For our purposes, 2 points for Jeff Sneider. Your next question in the world of comic book movies: what is the subtitle of the sequel to Sin City, which was released in 2014?
A Dame to Kill For.
Yes, it was. Just 2 more points for Sneider. All right, your next question. Penultimate one in this round, Jeff. In X2, X-Men United, what subject does Wolverine tell Bobby Driggs' parents he teaches at the Xavier Institute?
Art.
And we're going to look for an answer in 5,
Multiple choice.
4. Is it A, poetry, B, music, C, gym, or D, art? And we'll count you down in 5, 4.
Gym.
That is incorrect for a 1-point steal mark. Your
Repeat it again, please.
Are
Art.
A, poetry, B, music, C, gym, or D,
Art.
Art.
Give the man a point. It was on a lot of the ads leading up to the release of X2. Good line in the movie. It hit really well in the audience. I saw it. A lot of laughs. All right, Jeff, your last question in round number 2, comic book movies, which you did not want. It's your opponent's choice. He gave it to you. Here we go. In 1994's The Crow, what United States city is the action set in?
Detroit.
This one seems to be.
Sneider might be vacating the
walking
premises.
away.
Fire it up, Detroit.
It is, in fact, Detroit.
Look at that. Look at that. Wow, okay.
Sneider ably maneuvering his way around a category that Mark Reilly did not think he was going to be that strong, and Reilly, to his credit, did get a point for a steal, and now he trails by 5.
Here he is. He's petting that wheel.
That's right, like he would his dog.
Yep. Look at that. Look at that. Round and round she goes.
What's the name of Mark Reilly's dog again? Is it Leia Organa?
I think it's Leia.
Is Organa the middle name of the dog? Can we confirm the name?
We'll check on that.
Okay.
We'll get a reporter on that.
Riley might have. Mark Reilly is having spinner choice. And now it's up to him, talking with Tom Dagnito. He didn't need to have a long conversation.
No.
Scores and soundtracks, please.
Scores and soundtracks.
This has been one of Riley's strengths for a long time, Ken.
Yep.
Let's see if it'll pay off for him today.
It is what he's known for. 4 questions in the category of scores and
Come on,
soundtracks.
Reilly.
First question. In Goodfellas, what song plays during the iconic long tracking shot of Henry and Karen entering the Copacabana?
Need the name of the song.
Multiple choice, please.
A. Rags to Riches. B. Baby I Love You. C. Layla. D. Then He Kissed Me.
Baby, I love you.
Or an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat, please.
In Goodfellas, what song plays during the iconic long tracking shot of Henry and Karen entering the Copacabana?
It's one usage of the JT rule.
One usage, yes, one piece.
I need the multiple choice ones. Repeated.
A. Rags to Riches. B. Baby I Love You. C. Layla. D. Then He Kissed Me.
D.
That is correct for a point.
Kiss me in a way I've never been kissed before. A way I'd like to be kissed forevermore.
All right, question 2.
I wonder what that feels like, Ken.
Who composed the score for the J.J. Abrams directed Super 8?
Michael Giacchino.
That is correct for 2 points. You got it right. All right. Which actress sings Can't Take My Eyes Off of You to Jesus on a Cross for her pageant talent in the film Drop Dead Gorgeous?
Multiple choice.
A. Kirsten Dunst. B. Denise
It's either
Richards.
Dunst
C.
or
Amy
Denise
Adams. D.
Richards.
Brittany Murphy.
A.
Denise Richards.
That's correct for a point.
Just when we started the countdown, Reilly pulls to within 1 of Sneider's total. So if Reilly gets this last question in round number 2 correct, he will have the solo lead over Sneider. If he needs multiple choice to help him, he will be tied with Jeff going into the final round.
Final question. Who composed the score for
Hans Zimmer.
Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer.
5, 4, 3,
Hans Zimmer.
That's correct for 2 points.
All right.
Look at that. Look at that.
Mark Reilly regains the lead going into round 3. Ken, it's so interesting to see. For the bulk of round number 1, Reilly had that 1-point lead, and then Sneider veers right at the end to tie him.
Yeah.
And now we see ourselves in this very similar situation of having Reilly edging out Sneider. But again, round 3, anything can happen. This is the final round in which we're going to get 3 numbers from each one of our competitors. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. Each number corresponds to a different movie trivia Schmoedown category. Mark Reilly, you're in the lead by 1. Those 2 JTE rules remaining. What 3 numbers would you like to seal your fate?
12, 9, and 17.
12, 9, 17.
17. And Jeff Sneider, what are your 3 lucky numbers today, sir?
What is it, 1 through 20?
It is 1 through 20.
7, 14, 19.
7, 14, 19.
You managed to count in sequential order, Ken.
Yeah.
Very impressive maneuver.
All right, this is a nerve-wracking game, giving me the kind of indigestion that caused me to get banned from a gas station deli. So let's dive into this one here.
All right, Jeff, you are going to be up first answering questions. Your 2-pointer, you selected number 7 for your category. And your 2-pointer is going to come in the category of the 1980s. 1980s films. And your question is, in Pretty in Pink, who plays Andy's best friend, Ducky?
John Cryer.
He's got the lead,
That's
14
correct.
to
2
13.
points.
2 points with the correct answer. So now can we go over to Mark Yodi Reilly to regain it?
Absolutely. Mark, you chose the number 12. Number 12 corresponds to the category of Sly and Arnie films. Schwarzenegger and Stallone films. 2-point question. What Stallone film has the tagline, 2 of LA's top rival cops are going to have to work together,
Tango
even
and Cash.
if it kills them?
Tango and Cash.
That is correct for 2 points.
The Oscar-winning Tango and Cash.
Absolutely.
What a great movie. All right, Jeff. Nice little tennis match we have in round 3. Going back to you. You selected number 14 for your 3-point question. And that corresponds to, hey, you got another decade. This time it's the 2000s. The 2000s. And your question is, Naomi Watts and Viggo Mortensen star together in which 2007 film about Russian gangsters in London?
Eastern Promises.
Jeff Sneider has a 2-point lead over Mark Yodi Reilly.
Look at that.
3 big points there, and now he's forcing the hand of Yodi once again, Ken.
All right, Mark, you chose the number 9, which is the category of family films. Family films. The type of films Harloff can only watch now. Here we go. 3-point question.
Come on,
You'll
Reilly.
find 25-foot-tall behemoths by the name of Bloodlotter and Flesh Lump Eater in what 2016 film?
Warcraft? I'm gonna say Warcraft. Warcraft.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
You'll find 25-foot-tall behemoths by the name of Bloodlotter and Flesh Lump Eater in what 2016?
Warcraft.
The BFG.
That's correct for 3 points. That is
All
correct
right.
for 3 points. Wow,
Hey,
wow.
Ken, this is the kind of match we had expected.
This is it,
and
yeah.
now that we are at the 5-point questions, let's remind everybody watching at home about the stakes with this match, Ken. It was a stipulation match from the start. If Jeff Sneider is able to overcome this 1-point deficit and emerge with a victory, he and his teammate Mark Andreyko will be able to be managed by Roxy Stryer when their team, the Odd Couple, takes on the Shire Wolves. If Mark Yodi Reilly continues to lead and emerges victorious, Roxy will be banned for that match.
Look at that.
Jeff, you selected number 19 for your 5-point question, and that corresponds up here at the answer desk to the category of sports movies, sports films, athletics.
Love sports film.
And your question is 5 points and a 4-point advantage. Who plays Nigel Gruff, a drunken, gambling Welsh soccer
Reese
player turned
Ifans.
NFL kicker in 2000's The
Reese
Replacements?
Ifans. Reese Ifans. He played the lizard in The Amazing Spider-Man.
We're going to go to 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Can do that. Who plays Nigel Gruff, a drunken, gambling Welsh
Reese
soccer
Ifan.
player turned
Sneider
NFL
don't
kicker
got it.
in
He
2000's
don't got it.
Replacements?
Reese Ifan.
4, 3, 2. Repeat the question. It's your last one. Who plays Nigel Gruff, a drunken, gambling Welsh soccer player turned NFL kicker in 2000's The Replacements?
Jeff is standing.
Opponent's choice and then spinner's choice, huh?
All right, go 5,
Reese Ifans.
4. That is correct. That's correct. That is correct. That was some of the best acting we've seen.
Wow, he fooled me. If he knew it the whole time, that was.
I did not think he was going to pull that rabbit out of the hat, but he did. And so now the onus squarely on Mark Yodi Reilly. Ken, he's been in this position so many times. You got to get a 5-point answer correct, and you will win the match. Mark Yodi Reilly, you selected number 17 for your 5-point category, and Ken Knapsack's about to tell you what that corresponds to.
That category is Tom Cruise, the films of
Come on,
Thomas
Reilly.
Elder Cruise the Fourth.
Come on.
Here we go. 5-point question. Who plays Vincent's girlfriend/manager in 1986, The Color of Money?
5,
4, 3, 2. Repeat the question.
What is her name?
Who plays Vincent's girlfriend/manager
name?
in 1986, The Color of Money?
That's the last JT you ruled for Mark Yodi Reilly, so it all comes down to
What the
this.
hell is her name?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rebecca De Mornay. And your winner, the Insider Chef,
upset Mark Reilly. A nice hug between the competitors. A lot of talk in this match. A nice handshake from Andrejko, who of course is Jeff Sneider's partner. So it's all love on the surface here, Ken. At the end, a lot of sportsmanship we're seeing. But what a match we just witnessed. Reilly getting pushed to the brink, couldn't quite come up with the correct answer.
I'll tell you what, that was a great match. But who's the boss is reeling after Chicago. This kind of hurts him a little bit.
Yep.
But like I said up top, Jeff Sneider, I know he's kind of a poster child for controversy sometimes in the Schmoedown. He is a big persona. He is a heel, as the kids say. But I'll tell you what, he is a great competitor. Do not ever overlook Jeff Sneider, and I think he showed us today why he is one of the best.
And I can confirm that the doggies were getting along famously during the match. Neither one of them, Pete, I cannot say the same for both competitors. Right now, we're going to go to a post-game interview with both the winner, Jeff Sneider, and today's loser, Mark Yodi Reilly. Take it away, Jen.
Oh, Reilly.
Yeah.
That hurt me.
Yeah. Stings.
What happened? What's happening, guys, to who's the boss? Like, you guys were so dominant last year. You know, you were so dominant in singles. You were so dominant in singles. And teams, like, what is happening right now?
I'll tell you what's happening. That was a dominant performance. I missed the 5-pointer, and Sneider did a miraculous pull that I got to give him credit for.
Did you think he had that, honestly,
No, I
or
didn't
did you think
think
he was
had it.
fooling you?
I don't think he had it. I think he used clues. I had to do that with the BFG question, and you use your repeats. He's a stellar player of the game, and he did what he had to do, and he made a great pull. So I'm upset. I needed that 5-pointer to close it out. I thought I had him, but they're going to give me a question from Color of Money from an actress that just couldn't pull.
I mean, Chicago didn't go your way. I mean, Ben, you got slapped by Roxy. Do you have any comment at all still on that?
No comment. Yeah, he's a gentleman. He's going to do that. I'll comment. I wanted to beat him because of her. This was kind of a little bit of a vendetta. And look, he's a good player. Didn't go my way. I wish it did, partner. But if you want to be the best in the Schmoedown, you got to learn to lose. You got to learn to take this and get right back up and go out there and do what you do.
We may be down right now, Jen, my guy had a tough beat here today, okay? But he's my brother, and we're coming back. And we are going to have the greatest ascension in the history of the Schmoedown this season. If you want to do that, you got to start from a pretty low place.
Yep.
And we're in a low place right now.
But how do you find that swag? Where do you find that swag?
One word for you. Houston.
Correct. Look, I don't know what is going on, but bad people keep winning. And Sneider's a weasel. And make no mistake about it, he's a very good player. But he's a weasel. And we'll right the ship here. And, I think maybe we made a wrong decision, which could have been on my bad, of giving him comic book movies. Maybe we should have given him movie soundtracks. We got to right the ship somehow. And I think Houston is the place we could do that.
Houston will be the place to do that, but guys, chin up. That was a hell of a performance that I did. I'm happy about my performance. Come on. It was damn good. Anybody else would have folded under there. Like I said, Sneider knows how to play the game, and he pulled that 5-pointer, and I didn't pull mine. It's very simple math. Nothing else is going to bring me down. I feel good about that match. I'm going to get right back up. He's going to kick you-knows-who's, you-know-what. Lady Gaga in Houston.
Their children
and then we're going to be dominant through the teams again. I want that belt with that guy, and I'm going to just dust this off. It's not a big deal, and I'm going for it the next match.
I love that attitude.
Damn, people bring their best against us because they know we're the best. It happens in singles, and it happens in teams. You're going to see the greatest ascension in the history of the Schmoedown this year, and it starts in Houston on May 18th.
Damn right.
I agree with
So
that.
get your tickets and be there if you want to see something special.
Things will change. Trust me.
What does
They
that
have
mean?
to.
What does that mean?
You'll see in Houston. It'll change.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right, bye, guys. And we're back with the odd couple. Jeff Sneider, I gotta hand it to you. That was a really well-played match, especially considering you spun opponent's choice. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great. I mean, Reilly, he was great today, but he was great, partially helped by the wheel. Yeah, he got spinner's choice, I got opponent's choice. That's a huge disadvantage for me. The 5-pointer was a huge pull. I lucked out in that he didn't know his. But you know what, Jen?
Let's talk about that 5-pointer for 2 seconds. Can I pause you? Did you actually know that, or did you just pull it out of your you-know-where?
I have a lovely ass, and there's many things in that ass, and yes, I pulled this answer out of it. Thank God Reese Ivans is Welsh, because I knew he was Welsh, and that word was in the clue, and that's the only reason I got it. You gotta pick up on these context clues here in the Schmoedown. I think that's my experience that kind of came through. Saving some JTE rules for the end. Definitely needed those repeats and that extra time to think of it, but yeah, I did it. I did
Do you think it comes down to you two just knowing how to play this game better than anyone else?
I feel right now that has helped us greatly. Listening and not wasting JT rules on 1-point questions. It's tempting to, but like we saw in Chicago, you lose track of how many there are, and there's so much. The fans talk about, oh, that was an easy question. When you're up here, you got to be focused, and by listening and doing that, and that was strategy. That was great strategy. And dissecting questions, it's smart. And it was a great game for both of them. That Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio question, that was a
tough question.
Deep cut.
But you know what? I had everyone in this room except for you, Andrika, rooting against me, and it's winning in that kind of atmosphere. I think that gives me that edge heading into the next match. I can't wait for the team titles to be reunited with my belt because we're going to strip them off the Shire Wolves. That's for sure. And as for Reilly and Bateman, I think I proved these guys, they're relics in the league. They're done. Their time is over. How many times do we got to beat them? Just beat them in Chicago. Just beat them in Burbank.
I feel like an old lady beating her rug on her patio every summer to get the dust out of it.
Exactly. They're starting to feel like Roca and Nost from my Patriots days with JTE.
But now you guys do get Roxy back as a result of you winning this match. Are you excited about that?
Well, I think Roxy is a spectacular manager, and of all the active managers right now, I think she's the best. I attribute a lot of our success to her. So.
Jen's a fantastic interviewer. She doesn't let go of this microphone for anything. But Roxy is the best manager in the game. She is vital to our success. I just texted her that we won. She was freaking out. She can't wait to be with us at the team title match.
Like I said to you guys in Chicago, I'm just still not a fan of physical violence on this show. I just feel like there's no culture for it here.
Well, you never heard me endorse it. I mean, that was a culmination of a lot of stuff beside that.
I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about. I think Roxy
yeah.
probably went overboard, but you know what? From what I've heard, off camera, it sounds like he deserved it. A little bit.
All right, guys. So the Shire Wolves, taking on your old teammates, your old faction.
I've got to say, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a very, very exciting match because they are...
What are you guys doing to prepare for this?
I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, and give it away. I mean, Cushing is smart enough to be watching these post-game interviews. I'm going full Belichick here. We're being quiet, not letting anything slip.
Good luck, ladies.
Well, Ken, that is the Jeff Sneider that we know, and I'm not going to say love, but the guy that we have come to expect, and his cocky attitude is certainly back in full force, both in terms of their team match coming up for the belts against the Shirewolves, but also he's calling out Sam Levine, the commissioner of the singles league. Jeff is currently ranked number 7. I think he wants to improve his ranking.
Absolutely, and it's so fun in a way to see Andrejko in the victory. I love Mark, and it's not that I hate Jeff. He does what he does, and he gets under people's skins. But like I said, he earns a lot of these victories, and they're looking towards Shirewolves, and then Roxy's going to be at their side. And of course, now we got Houston to worry about as well.
And you can get tickets for that right now at the Schmoedownlive.com. We will be in Houston May 18th. I'll even stand up May 17th. That same night, Ken Knapsack is going to be on the show as well. Ken, let's get back to something that I saw that you never want to see a former champion, whether it's individually or on a team, start to break away. And I think that we're going to see a lot more of Yodi, but are we going to see a lot more of who's the boss? Because they're starting to get that look like a Joe Namath crumbled up on the bench when he was playing for the Rams.
I can tell you that when you start to lose, you have to kind of look yourself in the mirror and see what comes next, and that might be what's going on with who's the boss. You got Tom as their manager, and Tom sometimes he and I are at odds, but I also know he's a great inspiration when he wants to be. He can rally the troops. They've got to decide if they want to be rallied.
That's right. Well, Roxy Stryer will be managing the Odd Couple come Titletown, USA, when the Odd Couple take on the Shirewolves. And like we just mentioned, you can get tickets for the movie Trivia Schmoedown live in Houston at Booker T's World Gym Arena at May 18th is the date. The Schmoedownlive.com is the destination to buy your tickets before they sell out. You can get tickets for the upcoming stand-up show I'm doing in Houston May 17th at MarkEllisLive.com. Ken Knapsack on the show. Jen Sturger going to be on the show. Maybe John Roca shows up. Brett Sheridan rumored to be in the house. It's going to be a good time at, what's the name of the place? The Joke Joint. Did I read that right? We're doing a place called The Joke Joint?
Okay.
All right.
That works.
There we go. The best comedy club name, not Hyenas. Well, Ken, I want to thank you for joining me here today. Last but certainly not least, Why We Love Star Wars. Where can the kids get your new
You
book?
can order that on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or wherever fine books are sold. If it's not there, just grab them by the collar and demand it.
The guy's an author, and he's got the pipe to prove it. I am merely Mark Baby Carrots Ellis. Check us out on social media. We will say goodbye to you now at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Hey,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's been... When was the last time we saw each other? It's been forever since everything changed.
Yeah, you've been up to a lot.
So have you.
Thank you. Yeah, Clark and I watched that Chicago match. You were on fire. Congratulations.
Yes, well, I look forward to playing you guys. I mean, you and Clark are two of my dearest friends in the league, and you're both great, and especially my relationship with you. I think we're really close. I admire you as a player, but I really want a belt.
I gotta say, Mark, you are the greatest player in the Schmoedown that hasn't won a belt. You are going to win a belt. I can't wait to be there the day that you win a belt. It's not gonna be the day that you play us, though. Good luck, seriously. You're one of the best players in the league, but
And no matter what, I love you guys. We're family, so yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll see you around. Oh, one other thing. Keep Sneider in check.
Keep Sneider in check. Does she think I'm an actual wizard?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Very surprising match. I thought Sneider would fold. I thought Reilly would take this. But Sneider, he kept his composure. The odds were against him. Opponent's choice for him, spinner's choice for Reilly, and Sneider still pulled out the W. It's impressive, I'm not gonna lie. But, Odd Couple, Mark, Sneider, you're great competitors. But Rachel's right. You're not beating the Shirewolves. Nobody's beating the Shirewolves. So if Clark, Rachel, if you see this, I'll always back you. Sharvels, #1, forever. Best team in the league. Best team ever. I don't care what anybody has to say about it. But congrats on your win, Sneider. And it'll be nice for you guys to have Roxy at the title match. It'll be interesting. Really fun. And then the Sharvels, they're going to keep the belts. But, yeah, fun match. And Reilly, good to see you kept a positive attitude even in defeat. And Bateman, you're going to take care of business in Houston. You're going to beat Guy. Yeah, I can't wait for that match. It's going to be awesome. In a wrestling ring. Founding Fathers, double toasted, the undercard. Awesome. If you like my reactions, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Christopher Woodburn. You can find me on Twitter, Chris Woodburn83, Facebook, Christopher Michael Woodburn. And if you do Schmoedown reactions, trailer reactions, come join the MTS Fan Reaction League on Facebook. It's a lot of fun. So until next time, it's your boy C-Dub. Peace.